Before Shakespeare, drama had represented characters between two possible courses of action, but generally it was of the sort in which the character knew what was good to do and knew what was wrong to do and might go ahead and do what was wrong or do what was right. But the debate was essentially between two known moral positions. Shakespeare takes that much deeper and presents us with characters in which the choice is between two alternatives, neither of which is immediately desirable and wholly acceptable, or two which are somewhat acceptable, but neither perfect. There's where we live, isn't it? So very frequently. In his play, Measure for Measure, Shakespeare presents a young man, Claudio, who has been caught in one of those periodic fits of enforcement of stringent laws and meant to serve as an example. He and his fiancée, beautiful young people, have been holding off marriage. They are betrothed. They're sworn to one another because of a matter of inheritance and gaining the approval of relatives and loving one another. Those two beautiful young people one night make love, and his beloved grows pregnant, and so it's publicly evident, and she's allowed to live until after the baby is born, and she is then to be executed. Claudio is to be executed. He's a young man in the full heat of life. He is eager to live. His sister is visiting him in prison. She, who was vowing herself to the order of St. Clare. Poverty, chastity, obedience. And she has gone to the deputy to plead for her brother's life. The deputy, Angelo, the angel, who is reputed so pure. He falls into lust of Isabella, lusts for her in part because of her very purity, and says that he will allow Claudio his life if she goes to bed with him. Isabella goes to the prison knowing that her brother will be heroic and refuse this terrible offer. But as he meditates on what may happen after death, he falters. Sweet sister, let me live. What sin you do to save a brother's life? Nature so far dispenses with the deed that it becomes a virtue. He is sliding of courage. What should he do? What should she do? In her sureness of rectitude, she responds to him, "Oh, you beast! Oh, faithless coward! Oh, dishonest wretch! Wilt thou be made a man out of my vice? Is not a kind of incest to take life from thine own sister's shame? What should I think? Heaven shield my mother played my father fair, for such a warped piece of wildness ne'er issued from his blood. Take my defiance, die, perish. My kneeling down reprieve thee from thy fate. It should proceed, I'll pray 1,000 prayers for thy death, no word to save thee." Who's right here? Are both right? Are both wrong? Humans as Shakespeare presents them, the good of us, even perhaps the best of us, are caught in the riptides of moral decisions in which, in a given context, there doesn't seem to be an ideal course of action. And in whatever we choose, we feel ourselves compromised. His plays, too, fix our attention in their economy and power on those moral conundra and train our minds and our emotions, give them exercise by saying, "What would you do?" And behind that, how do we create societies in which such questions emerge?